Welcome to Analog Circuit Design online lecture series. Myself Prima Rawal from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. In this session we are going to see the operation amplifiers, and today's topic is Schmitt trigger, which is also called as regenerative comparator. Now in the previous session we have seen the comparators and zero crossing detector. We have seen the types of comparators, that are inverting and non-inverting comparators. Now we are going to see what are the regenerative comparators. So let's start this session. So first of all, what is Schmitt trigger or a regenerative comparator? So the class of comparators which use the positive feedback is known as the Schmitt trigger or regenerative comparators. So there are basically two types of Schmitt triggers. First one is inverting Schmitt trigger and the second one is non-inverting Schmitt trigger. So basically Schmitt triggers are those comparators which will have the positive feedback. Okay, which will not use negative feedback, but whenever it has a positive feedback, that is called as regenerative comparators. Now let us see the first type, that is inverting Schmitt trigger. So here in the circuit diagram, inverting Schmitt trigger is indicated. As it is inverting Schmitt trigger, the supply is given to the inverting terminal of the op amp. So here ROM, that is offset minimizing resistance, is used to minimize the offset value, which will have the value almost equal to the configuration where we take R1 parallel with R2. Okay. Here, as this is regenerative comparator, the positive feedback is used. As you can see over here, the feedback is taken to the positive terminal of the input signal. Okay. This is the circuit diagram of inverting Schmitt trigger. Feedback is positive and the supply is given to the inverting terminal. Clear? Here RL is the load resistance. Okay. Now let us see the operation of this circuit. So here V1 equals to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VO, which is equation number 1. Here the different triggering voltages are defined for the Schmitt trigger, which are first one VUT, that is upper threshold voltage, and the second one is VLT, that is lower threshold voltage. So here VUT is defined as the value of Vin which forces a transition from plus Vset to minus Vset. It is upper threshold voltage which gives the transition from plus Vset to minus Vset. Next is VLT, that is lower threshold voltage. So it is defined as the value of Vin which will force the output voltage to change from minus Vset to plus Vset. Okay, that is the reverse to that of UT. Whenever we have transition from plus Vset to minus Vset, we will call it VUT, upper threshold voltage. Whenever we have transition from minus Vset to plus Vset, we will call it as VLT, lower threshold voltage. So the equation of VUT is R2 upon R1 plus R2 into Vset, and VLT is R2 upon R1 plus R2 into minus Vset. Here V1 equals to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into Vset at non-inverting terminal. This is the waveform for the Schmitt trigger. This is the input voltage waveform, and according to that the output voltage waveform is indicated. VUT level is the upper threshold level, VLT is the lower threshold level. Okay, here is plus Vset and minus Vset is indicated. So you can observe that there are the points in the input waveform A, B and C. That is what, where the input voltage waveform crosses the level either VUT or VLT. So whenever it crosses the input levels VUT and VLT, the points are indicated, and according to that the output is generated. So as you can see over here, starting from 0, the output level is plus Vset. As soon as it comes to point A, it makes the transition from plus Vset to minus Vset. Then as soon as it comes at point B, it gives a transition from minus Vset to plus Vset. And when it crosses the point C, it will go to minus Vset from plus Vset. So here the points are noted according to the input voltage waveform crossing the VUT and VLT levels. And output is obtained according to that points. Clear? So let us see the transfer characteristics of this. So this is the transfer characteristics of this trigger, Schmitt trigger. Here the region in the middle is called as the hysteresis region. The hysteresis voltage VHV is given as VUT minus VLT. That is the difference of upper threshold voltage to lower threshold voltage. So upper threshold voltage is R2 upon R1 plus R2 into Vset minus Vset. That is R2 upon R1 plus R2 into twice of Vset. Here this is the value of hysteresis voltage. Now next is non-inverting Schmitt trigger. As it is non-inverting, the supply is given to the non-inverting or as positive terminal of the input. Here Schmitt trigger is that the positive feedback is used with R1, R2. Okay, this is the circuit diagram of non-inverting Schmitt trigger. Okay. Now, to obtain the output equation for this, we will use superposition theorem, where we will consider output VO only and output and input Vin only. Okay. So, applying the superposition theorem, we will get V1 equals to R1 V0 upon R1 plus R2 plus R2 Vin upon R1 plus R2. Here, as you can see over here, V1 is 0. That is equals to R1 VO upon R1 plus R2 plus R2 Vin upon R1 plus R2. So, we will have Vin that is equals to minus R1 by R2 into VO. Okay? By making Vin the subject. So, when VO equals to minus Vset, Vin equals to VUT, that is upper threshold voltage, that is equals to minus R1 by R2 into minus Vset, that is equals to R1 by R2 into Vset. So VUT equals to R1 by R2 into Vset. When VO equals to plus Vset, Vin equals to VLT, that is equals to minus R1 by R2 into plus Vset, and is given as minus R1 by R2 into plus Vset, the lower threshold voltage. Okay, these are the equations of VUT and VLT. I repeat, VUT is R1 by R2 into plus Vset. This is VLT, that is R1 by R2 into minus Vset, or as you can say minus R1 by R2 into plus Vset. Okay. Let us see the expression for hysteresis voltage here. So VHV equals to VUT minus VLT. That is equals to R1 by R2 into Vset minus R1 by R2 into Vset. That will give twice of R1 by R2 into Vset. So here in this diagram, hysteresis diagram is indicated having the hysteresis voltage VHV. This is the transfer characteristics of the graph input versus output. Okay. These are the input and output voltage waveform for this. Let us see the advantages of Schmitt trigger over the conventional comparators. So, due to the presence of positive feedback, the speed of response of a Schmitt trigger is higher than that of an open loop comparator. Here, as you know that in Schmitt trigger we are using the positive feedback concept. Due to the presence of positive feedback, the speed of response of a Schmitt trigger is higher than that of an open loop comparator, which is a desired characteristic and the main advantage. Now, second point. So, due to the presence of hysteresis, we have seen that hysteresis voltage is present. So, due to that hysteresis, the problem of relay chattering is eliminated. So, due to that, relay chattering is not there. Third one is that by adjusting the value of upper trigger level VUT and lower trigger level VLT, it is possible to adjust the duty cycle of the square wave voltage of this Schmitt trigger. So due to this, we can adjust the duty cycle, which may be 50%, 25%, 75% according to on and off times. So we can decide that on and off times at the output wave voltage using their Schmidt trigger. Number 4 is that they have higher speed of operation. That means they respond faster than as compared to the conventional comparators, which is again an ideal and desired characteristics. So these are the 4 advantages of the Schmidt trigger over the conventional comparators. Remember that in Schmidt trigger, positive or regenerative feedback is used. I hope that the Schmidt trigger concept is clear to you now. There are 2 types of Schmidt trigger, inverting Schmidt trigger and non-inverting Schmidt trigger. The biggest difference between the conventional comparator and Schmidt trigger or regenerative comparator is that in regenerative comparators we have positive feedback, and according to the 2 reference voltage levels, VUT, that is upper threshold voltage, and VLT, that is lower threshold voltage, we will have the output voltage waveform. So in that we will also get square wave output for the sine wave input, but according to 2 reference voltage levels, VUT and VLT. Okay, if non-inverting Schmidt trigger is used, supply is given to the non-inverting terminal of op-amp. If inverting Schmidt trigger is used, supply is given to the negative terminal of the op-amp. And according to that, the output waveforms are generated. Here, Schmidt triggers are very useful and are important to understand. So now, these are the references for this. Thank you. Thank you for listening and thanks for watching.